Hey guys, what is up? Mick Reports here once again for another video. Today I'm just going to be showing you my mountain bike after a trail run and upgrades that I'm going to be doing on my mountain bike. So without further ado, here is the bike. Okay, so as you can see, it's fairly caked in mud. It's not horrifically bad, but it's fairly bad. You know, very muddy. And I think the chain has got quite dry as well, which is never a good thing. The forks are quite filthy. Gonna have to give them a good clean soon. But overall, yeah, it's been a great day today out on the trails. Okay, so upgrades I'm going to be doing on this bike. Now, as you can see, it is the good old cheap coil spring. Haven't had a problem with this really, apart from the fact you can't just lock it out. So it's what I've purchased. I have purchased an air shock, a rear air shock, and that is currently in the mail, and it's hopefully going to arrive in a couple of weeks. It's coming all the way from Australia, so a fair way, but it is the cheapest air shock that I could find with the most, you know, features on it, so to speak. So hopefully that'll be a good little air shock. It's got lockout, so I'll be able to just lock it off and lock it on when I want it. So I can just sort of lock it right up and have a hardtail, or have it right open and have a nice plush air shock. So yeah, that's that upgrade. The upgrade I'm going to have on here is going to be some air forks, because these are just just sprung, just spring ones with a preload adjuster here, and I have this all the way out. It's as springy as possible. Mainly because it's a much easier ride if I have the preload on, in my opinion. So I have it all the way, I don't know whether you call it all the way to minimum or all the way to maximum, but I've got the most, get the most travel out of it. Here you can see I've got over half travel. I've had over half travel on this bike, on the fork, so that's always a good thing. It means I've avoided some pretty bad, bumpy situations on the bike. So, yeah, that concludes the upgrades. I'm just going to go ahead and go in the house right now and show you what upgrade parts I'm going to be purchasing, and then you guys can see for yourself just how well it's going to play out. One thing I will mention is the distance from this eyelet here to this eyelet right here is 150 millimeters, and the air shock I'm getting is 165 millimeters, eye to eye. So it's what I'm going to have to actually do is drill a hole. I have to modify the frame, which sucks, but it's going to work. I'm going to drill a hole about here-ish, where it's sort of got a strong point, drill it through, and obviously drill it through the other side, and that will just give me that extra few mil of travel. Hopefully having it up here is going to be sort of angled okay. I'm hoping that it will all fit in nicely. I may have to have it to where the piston end is this end, and the I don't know what you call it, but the lockout part will be sort of here, so it's sort of back to front. But either way, it's still going to work exactly as as it needs to. But yeah, so without further ado, guys, I'm just going to pop in the house and show you the upgrade parts that I will be getting. Okay, so here is the rear air shock. It's a DNM shock. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but this is the rear air shock I'm going to be getting. As you can see, you've got two valves, one here at the bottom, and actually it's not showing up on the camera that great, but you've basically got two valves on it, one at the bottom, I'm guessing that's for preload, and then you've got one up here, up the top, to adjust the amount of pressure that's in the actual shock itself. I don't know everything about rear shocks, so I'll probably sound a bit noobish right now, but the more adjustments on it, the better it is. It's also got a little lockout lever right here, so I can lock it on and off whenever I want it, and that is the code for it. It's AOY30RC, so if you want to check that out online, and it is a DNM. As for the fork, this is the fork I'm currently looking at. It's the SR Suntour Radon, and yeah, it looks a fairly decent fork. It's an air fork, obviously, and a friend of mine actually has this fork and says it's fairly good, so I'll give it a try. All in all, the upgrades are going to cost me less than £200. So all in all, the whole bike for a full air setup is going to cost me under £500, I think. Yeah, about £500, which is very, very good value for money, because you just cannot get a full air suspension bike for under £1,000. It's craziness. But yeah, this is going to cost me £139, and the rear air shock is going to cost me about £60. Well, it has costed me £60 because it's currently in the mail. But yeah, I'm looking at getting these forks soon. Currently low on money because I've got to sort out car insurance and stuff. But in time, I will eventually invest in a set of these. I think they'll be very good. Like I say, people have said they're fairly good for the money. I know they're not Fox shocks or anything like that, but for doing it on the cheap, for a full air suspension bike that's about £500, is not bad at all. It's fairly good going. As for the frame of the bike I've currently got, it's a good weight to it. It's not heavy, it's fairly light, and fairly strong. I haven't had it break on me or anything. The components on the bike will probably need upgrading eventually. For example, new disc brakes, eventually. As for the gears, they work brilliantly. I have no problems with the gears at all. They're the easy fire gears, so they're nice and quick and sharp to change gears. But yeah, overall it's a great bike, and this is going to make it even better. So anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching my video. That is pretty much it for this video today. Had a great time today out on the trails. Like I say, it's just making a good bike better. That's all I'm going to be doing. So I'll probably be making a couple of videos showing upgrades after I've upgraded it. Just as I go, really. So yeah, really into mountain biking at the minute. It's just great just to get out, get away from everything, and just hit the trails and just have fun. It's a really good hobby to get into. It keeps you fit. Like I say, just gets you away from everything, gets rid of all the stress. But yeah, overall, it's a good bike, and like I say, this is just going to improve it even more. So, anyways guys, I will make another video as soon as I get another part for my mountain bike. Might even do a growing update this year, because I have actually got some stuff growing in the greenhouse, but I just have not had time to film them or do any updates or anything, which is a pity really, because I would have liked to have shown you sowing the seeds and then eventually growing, so you can watch it grow. But yeah, I just haven't had time for it. So that growing update for you guys who enjoy that, probably that'll come up soon. But yeah, at the minute it's currently mountain biking all the way. So I might even do a video when I've got my bike fully upgraded, show you the kit that I've bought as well, because I actually have some kit which I bought, and just explain how cheaply you can do this, do this hobby for, and still, be kitted out well, well enough to properly hit the trails and all that good stuff. So anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching. That was a Mech-Reports production. Have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever time it is, and I will see you in the next one guys, so peace out.